Hey guys, welcome. So if you recognize the background, you'll see that I am in the Dominion kitchen. And wow, what an amazing kitchen it is. I snuck in here and I made a beautiful display of a salad that I'm gonna have you guys check out. Essentially what it is a play on a very beautiful old school salad that includes citrus, blood orange, mimolette cheese, pistachios, truffle, beets, and baby romaine straight from the market. Okay, so first step, aluminum foil here. You're gonna pre-wash your beets. So we have ours here. You don't need to take the tops or anything off. You can just keep them all nice like that. You're gonna toss these guys in here like this. No rhyme or rhythm. I personally like to use beets that are all pretty much the same size because then your cooking time will be very accurate with each other. You won't get one that's overcooked and one that's under. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to just put a little rough chopped shallot in there as well. It takes on the flavor as it cooks. A little bit of that. And then another thing that I like to do is I like to roast them with a bit of citrus. So rather than just throwing our peels out, we're actually going to reserve them and put them in our little sachet of aluminum foil. And the essential oils that are in this orange peel will essentially help steam and curate a really nice divine flavor. We'll add our butter and just lightly coat it. Put a little kosher salt on there. Normally I'd use oil, but I like to use brown butter in this case. If you don't have brown butter or you don't want to make brown butter or you're dairy free, you can use olive oil, that's totally fine. So then what we're gonna do, we're gonna compact these guys in here, because what you wanna do is you wanna promote a nice environment for them to steam and cook themselves. I'll preheat the oven, I already have that on at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll put them in there for generally about 30 to 45 minutes at that temperature. The tell will be when you actually can insert something into it without any resistance. So almost like a cake test. You'll want to put either a toothpick or a wooden skewer or even the tip of a very sharp paring knife, and you just sink that right in there. If they're resistant, you put it back in the oven and give it another 10-15 minutes. Next up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make an emulsification out of pistachio. Wanted to try to make something that wasn't just a simple boring vinaigrette. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a dressing with nuts. So we have our toasted pistachios. Just throw those right into the blender. Then, very important, a little bit of spicy mustard. Just a tiny little teaspoon of that. Some acidity. Apple cider vinegar. Red wine vinegar works as well. I prefer the apple cider because with the beets, it's very nice. Then citrus. I'm using blood orange here. You can use lemon, that's totally fine. And also, if you have pickled beets, if you're at the farmer's market and you find some or you like to pickle yourself, just take a little bit of that juice, put that in there. We're gonna put that on. I'm gonna leave the lid with the ability to take it off. So I'll just transfer the dressing. Okay, next up, we'll segment some citrus real quick. Once you get the rind and everything off, the citrus will show you what you're gonna get out of it, because we're just gonna take the whole segments right out of it. Typical navel orange. The reason why I picked this dish is essentially I think it's a great dish to share with people. The family style approach to it is very nice by just having like community and health and everything. So once your beets are roasted, what you want to do is let them cool down a little bit so you can handle them with your hands. You're just going to take the top and the bottom off. Essentially, I'll take a paper towel and I'll just kind of rub the outside of it. And If you've managed to cook your beets properly and just spot on, the skin comes right off. So what we have here is I found these hearts of palm in my local store. They come in a can, and generally what they're pretty fun. They're flavorful. They've got like a gentle sort of brine on them, and I like to use them for just to spice up and add a little bit of flavor and depth into some certain dishes that I like to do. We'll cut up our beets now. I like to start with the yellows. And what we'll do is we'll cut them in a couple different shapes. I like to do bite-sized pieces for a dish like this. The purples maybe we'll do, so they're a bit smaller. One last thing is I like to put a little touch of raw shallot wheels or slices on my pistachio and beet salad. I find that it livens it up. I've managed to pick up these beautiful little baby romaine lettuce just at the local market, the Bridgeland market there. And as you can see, they're still alive and well and living. And if you wanted to let them sit in your fridge and keep feeding them some water, I'm sure that they would last quite a while for you. So personally what I'll do is, so now that we've washed these and they're all beautiful, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw them into a little mixing bowl here. So I'm just gonna do a gentle squeeze of whatever reserved citrus you have, just a light one, just some of the juices. And we're gonna take a little bit of our reserved olive oil. We're just gonna give them a little coat of that. So now that we've got the bed down of our beautiful baby lettuce, baby romaines, we're gonna take our yellow beets or golden beets, all nicely roasted. What we'll do is we'll dress this guy up. We're actually gonna put him on one side. So I'm gonna dress these guys up all nice. We're just gonna be building layers of flavors here and textures. So we've got all of these hearts of palm to go on there. So we're gonna hit all of those on there, like so. Don't forget, we have these beautiful citrus segments. Now these really bring everything together. They cut through the richness of the brown butter, and they also cut through and create a harmony with the truffle as well. So this is like top notch. And do a little bit of these shallots like we said, just to kind of give it back into that savory vibe. What I like to do is just take some of our reserved pistachios and just kind of bust them on top. That's gonna give you some more texture. If you're a cheese fan, like I am, you'll go down to the market and you'll get yourself a really nice hard cheese to shave on top. My tool of choice is a microplane for this. Just gets that nice snow consistency. And there you have it. There you have a beautiful roasted beet salad, citrus, truffle, pistachio, hearts of palm, and mimolette cheese. Enjoy.